Namaskara friends, welcome to our channel. In this video, I am starting the concept of eigenvalues of a square matrices. The question is, what are these eigenvalues and what are these matrices? The answer is, these matrices are the systematic arrangements in rows and columns of numbers within the bracket. Being in the family of physics, it is essential to understand what are these matrices physically represents. In the last video, I represented the different types of coordinates. Here I am considering the two-dimensional Cartesian coordinate, that is x-axis and y-axis, and the unit vector along the x-axis is x cap and the unit vector along the y-axis is y cap. This is the x cap vector. This tip represents the direction and this length represents the magnitude of that unit vector of unit length. This is the x cap vector. Similarly, this is the y cap vector. Now these two basis vectors will have four components, that is xx, xy, yx and yy. These basis vectors of xx component and xy component and yx component, and this is the yy component. Here I am representing the basis vectors along x-axis and y-axis by a column matrix. The basis vector along x-axis, that is x cap with unit length, is having the component of 1 along the x-axis and the component of 0 along the y-axis. Similarly, the basis vector along y-axis, that is y cap, is having the component of 0 along the x-axis and the component of 1 along the y-axis. Here I am representing the vector A in the xy plane, and this vector A is projecting on the x-axis and also this vector A is projecting on the y-axis. This vector A is having the projection on the x-axis with the four basis vectors along the x-axis. These are all the four basis vectors along the x-axis, and this vector A is projecting on the y-axis with the three basis vectors along the y-axis like this. Now this vector is having the component of 4 along the x-axis and this vector A is having the component of 3 along the y-axis. Now I am representing that vector A in matrix form. We can represent both in row matrix as well as in column matrix. Now this vector A is having the component of 4 along the x-axis and this vector A is having the component of 3 along the y-axis. Here also this vector A is having the component of 4 along the x-axis and the component of 3 along the y-axis. Here similarly I have represented the two vectors in xy plane in a matrix form, 2 cross 2 matrix form. Here the blue vector is having the component of 3 along the x-axis and the component of 0 along the y-axis, and this red vector is having the component of 0 along the x-axis and the component of 2 along the y-axis. Here also this blue vector is having the component of 1 along the x-axis and the component of 2 along the y-axis, and this red vector is having the component of 3 along the x-axis and the component of 0 along the y-axis. Similarly, we can represent any vector in three dimension, and in three dimension the basis vectors will have 9 components, and we can represent any vector in three dimension by a 3 cross 3 matrix. Now, eigenvalues. These eigenvalues are the scalars which stretch or shrink the magnitude of the eigenvectors under some linear transformation. After, the eigenvectors are those vectors whose direction remains the same after some linear transformation. Here, initially, the coordinates is having the units of unit length, and this is the vector in this xy plane is having the components of 2 along the x-axis and the component of 2 along the y-axis. After the linear transformation, the transformation is in this the coordinates units are increased to 2 of both x and y-axis. The direction of this x vector remain the same, but this vector is stretched to some scalar of 2 after the linear transformation. Therefore, this vector is called the eigenvector, and the stretch in this vector after the transformation is called the eigenvalue. If I represent this in matrix form, this is the basis vector after the transformation, and if I multiply that basis vector to the eigenvector, I will have the column matrix of 4 and 4. If I rewrite this in this form, this represents the eigenvalue equation. This x vector is the eigenvector, and this lambda is the eigenvalue of the value 2. Therefore, from this eigenvalue equation, this lambda represents the eigenvalue and this vector represents the eigenvector. Consider any general 2 cross 2 matrix with the components A, B, C, D, and the determinant of this matrix A is AD minus BC, and for this matrix the characteristic equation is determinant of A minus lambda I is equals to 0. For the eigenvalue equation, by finding the determinant of this characteristic equation for this matrix, we are getting the eigenvalue equation as lambda square minus lambda into A plus D plus A into D minus BC is equals to 0. This is the eigenvalue equation for any general 2 cross 2 matrix. In this eigenvalue equation, this A plus D represents the trace of this matrix, which is the sum of the diagonal elements, and this AD minus BC represents the determinant of this matrix A. Similarly, for a 3 cross 3 matrix, the components are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. For this matrix, the characteristic equation is this, and by finding the determinant of this and simplifying, we get the eigenvalue equation as lambda cube minus A plus E plus I lambda square plus A1 plus E plus I into lambda minus determinant of A is equals to 0, where this A plus E plus I represents the trace of the matrix A, and this capital A1, E and I represents the cofactors of this matrix A. And these are all the properties of eigenvalues. If, say, the matrix A is having the eigenvalues represented by lambda, then if that matrix is multiplied by a scalar, then the eigenvalues of this new matrix are k into lambda. Similarly, if there is a matrix A, then e power A is the new matrix, then the eigenvalues of this matrix will be e power lambda. Similarly, the inverse of this matrix will have the eigenvalues inverse of this as 1 by lambda. And the second property is the trace will be always equal to sum of the eigenvalues, and the determinant will be always equal to the product of the eigenvalues, and the number of eigenvalues is equal to the order of the square matrix. For example, for a 2 cross 2 matrix, it is having 2 eigenvalues. For a 3 cross 3 matrix, it is having 3 eigenvalues. For a 5 cross 5 matrix, it will be having 5 eigenvalues. This is the KSET 2015 question. The question is, the eigenvalues of the matrix A cos theta minus sin theta, cos theta are. Consider the given matrix, find the trace as cos theta plus cos theta 2 cos theta, and the determinant as cos square theta plus sin square theta, that is equals to 1. For this question, I am going for the elimination method. First, I am taking the A option as the eigenvalues. The eigenvalues are e power plus I theta and e power minus I theta. And by the properties of eigenvalues, the trace should be equals to the sum of the eigenvalues. By simplifying, these eigenvalues will satisfy the properties of trace, and the determinant property is the product of eigenvalues, and these eigenvalues will also satisfy the property of determinant. So for this question, the answer is A option. Next is KSET 2016 question. The question is, the eigenvalues of the matrix 0 minus I 0 are. Option A 0, option B 0 and 1, option C minus 1 and 0, option D 1 and minus 1. Consider the given matrix as A, find the trace is 0 and the determinant is I square, that is equals to minus 1. By the eigenvalue equation for a 2 cross 2 matrix, that is lambda square minus trace into lambda plus determinant of A is equals to 0. Since the trace is 0 and the determinant is minus 1, by simplifying, the eigenvalues are plus 1 and minus 1. Therefore, for this question, the answer is D option. Next is the KSET 2016 question. The question is, the eigenvalues of the matrix 1 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 are. Consider the given matrix A and finding the trace is 1 plus 1 plus 1 3, and the determinant is 0. For this, I have considered all the options. Since the property of determinant says the product of the eigenvalues is 0, the option A and option D is not having any one of the eigenvalue as 0. Therefore, these two options will not satisfy the property of determinant. So now by considering the option B and C, since these two options is having the 0 as one of the eigenvalue, the determinant property is satisfied, and the trace property says the sum of these should be equals to 3, and by the option of B, the trace will be equals to 3. Therefore, for this question, the answer is B option. This is the KSET 2017 question. The question is, eigenvalues of real 3 cross 3 matrix is must have at least one of the eigenvalues are real, must be all real, must have at least two eigenvalues, must have all three eigenvalues imaginary. From the properties of eigenvalues, we know that a 3 cross 3 matrix will be having 3 eigenvalues. Say if 3 eigenvalues, that is 3 lambdas, there will be 3 cases. The first case is all these 3 eigenvalues will be real, and the second case is these 3 eigenvalues, if having any imaginary value, then the imaginary values will be plus ki and minus ki, where this k is some scalar, For example, 2i minus 2i plus 4i minus 4i, like that. And the other will be one real. If there is no chance of having all the eigenvalues are imaginary, since we have three eigenvalues. If there is a case where for a 4 cross 4 matrix it may have a chance of having all the eigenvalues are imaginary, because 2 with plus or minus and another 2 with plus or minus. Here, since it is having three eigenvalues, there is only two case of having imaginary terms, and the other one will be real. And the third case is similarly, as if there is both imaginary and real, there will be one real value. From all the three cases, the must condition is at least one real will be there in this any 3 cross 3 matrix. They have not mentioned any particular matrix, they are asking for the general 3 cross 3 matrix. Therefore, the must eigenvalues for any 3 cross 3 matrix will have at least one real value. Therefore, for this question, the answer is A option. This is the KSET 2018 question. The question is, the eigenvalues of a 5 cross 5 matrix B are 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2. The determinant of e power B is, they are not given the matrix B, but they are asking the determinant of the new matrix, that is e power B. The eigenvalues of B are 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, and the eigenvalues of e power B are, from the properties of eigenvalues, will be e power 2, e power 1, e power 0, e power minus 1, and e power minus 2. And by the property of eigenvalues, the determinant of this new matrix, that is e power B, will be equal to the product of these eigenvalues, that is the product of these eigenvalues as e power 2 into e power 1 into e power 0, e power minus 1 into e power minus 2, and the product will be equal to e power 0, that is equals to 1. Therefore, the determinant of this e power B matrix is 1. Therefore, for this question, the answer is C option. That's it. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.